Alright, good evening. Refresh that view a little bit. Alright, 6 boxes, F1 Sapphire. As the chat was there, Sergio's the only one left. I didn't even bother to wait for the guy to cancel the order. I just knew he wasn't going to pay. So, I did it for him. Everybody else sold, so I do appreciate that. And without further ado, here we go, the list on the left. Should be accurate as far as who has what. Haven't seen a Sapphire in a couple months. So, alright, pack 1 out of box 1. We'll just do this pack by pack, I guess. Bottas. Danny Ricciardo. Russell. And Robert Schwartzman. Next pack. Russell Portrait. Verstappen in a car. Vettel Portrait and Mr. Toast. Moving on to number 3. Seidel. Hey, they put it in the middle now. Chartreuse for Carlos Sainz. $62 out of $199 for Carlos. If there's a buyer for $400 for Sergio, sure. Otherwise, I will roll with him myself. But it's always preferred if everything sells. Yuki on the rookie portrait. And Jan Manchol. Pack number 4. Resta. Danny Ricciardo portrait. Happy Lewis. And another Lewis. Next up is a Sainz portrait. Esteban Ocon. Like the negative. $99 out of 100 for Esteban. Congrats there, Sammy. Close to the camera. And then we got a Bottas and a Ruvula. Pack 6 from box 1 is a Vettel. Lando. Oscar Piastri. And Checo kissing his trophy. No worries. Thanks for asking. Mazepin in the car. Green for Daniel Ricciardo. Hey, Peter, the only thing not paid for was Sergio. 71 out of 75 for Daniel. Congrats there, Zach. Bosch Chung and Vettel. We get us to the last pack out of box 1, which is a Versure. Leclerc, Ferris Wheel Lewis, and Shuey Lewis. Peter, no, nobody picked up Sergio. getting close to where I gotta ride or die with him here around box 2 now. $400 for Checo. Yeah, I mean, he's still available. I'm not going to slow the breakup for him, but he's still available at 400. It was bid up to 690, so that's the reason at the 400 price point. I kind of backed up the bids to where I figured it wasn't silly games played. All right. Box 2. Giovinazzi, Verstappen, Latifi, Lasani, another Max, Teo, Lando, Lewis, another Lewis, and a purple Valtteri Bottas. $10 out of 10 for Valtteri. Congrats on that, Tommy. Then Giovinazzi, Bottas, Beckman, Petikoff, Sundelli, George, way back when, Kimi, and a Shuey Lewis. Out of 99, I believe. Even better, 63 out of 75 for Lewis. Mr. Beckman, Gasly, Seb, and Ralph Boschung on the Aqua. $34 out of 99 for Ralph. Leclerc, Fernando, Teo Porcher on the portrait, and a Liam Lawson green. $16 out of 75 for Liam. And Tim, congrats. Pascal, Albon. There's my Teo from before. Total, Stroll on the portrait. Checo and Vips. Number 3. There has been 0 mix to this point. Base or otherwise. All right, here we go. Box number 3. Mr. For Sure. Charles, Signs, Lewis, Mazepin, and Valtteri Bottas on the Chartreuse. $186 out of $199 for Valtteri. Again, congrats, Tommy. Mazepin, Lewis, Seb, Lando, Lawson, Ricardo, portrait for Carlos, and Alessio Deletta. $45 out of 100. Congrats there, Joss. Deletta, Checo, Resta, Ricardo, portrait, Toto, Mazepin, freshest, and a Vettel gold. Back in the good old days with Ferrari, driver of the day, Turkey. 15 out of 50 for Seb. Congrats on that, Renee. And our first Mick willed it into existence. Lewis, a George portrait. Max, George with his granola. George in a car. Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo on the Chartreuse. $28 out of $199 for Daniel. And again, congrats, Zach. Danny, Rick, and Leclerc will get us through box 3. Alright, start of the second half, number 4. Thirsty Charles on a green Checo. Driver of the day, Portugal. And the house goes crazy. 17 out of 75. Latifi, soon to be out of a job after Canada. Lasani, Mick, and George Russell on the Chartreuse. $190 out of $199. That's a net, Jonathan. Lando, Lewis, Alonso, Zoe, Giovinazzi, Bottas, Max, and a black and white, Charles Leclerc. Isn't Latifi from Canada? I don't think they're going to pull him out before that. 14 out of 15 for Charles. Congrats there, Josh. I would be shocked if he's going to his home Grand Prix, and then they go, yep, get out. All right, Zindelli, George, Marcus Armstrong, and another Ferris wheel Lewis. David Beckman, Gasly, and Resta on the Chartreuse. Piastri, I guess, is who's replacing him. He's got out on his contract or something if he doesn't have something in writing by the end of the month. 170 out of 199 for Simone. Fiscal, Albon, Drugovich, and David Beckman, Chartreuse. $27 out of $199 for David. Then we got a Checo, Yuri Vips, Max, Daniel Ricciardo, with whatever color that's supposed to be. 6 out of 100 for Ricciardo. And then George and Zindelli to get us through box 4. Yeah, that'll help the Oscar card. Well, Oscars are already a decent seller on F2, but for sure. All right, I think we got a couple of oranges in here. Sato and Mattia Binotto. This is our first orange. That's why I top load stuff right away. 22 out of 25 for Mattia. Congrats on that, Patrick. Slide these guys back and squeegee in another one, hopefully, on the end here in a little bit. Kimi, George, Lewis, Ocon, Kimi, and Ocon again. With the Lawson and Gunther Steiner green. $40 out of 75 for Steiner. Alyssa, congrats, sir. Lando, Ricardo, Fernando, excuse me, and Lando Norris on the Aqua. $3 out of 99 for Lando. And Emery, congrats on that one. Giovinazzi on the portrait. Lewis, Boschung, and Gasly. With a Lando portrait. James Key, Yuki, and a orange. McLaren orange for Lando Norris. $22 out of 25. Congrats on that, Emery. Esteban, Giovinazzi, Mazepin portrait, Max, Yuki, and Bottas. Our first Lewis, portrait-wise. Yuki sitting in a car, green. $60 out of 75. Congrats on that, Linda. Max and Lewis will get us through box 5. All right, final box. All right, here we go. Good luck. For share. Lewis on the photo variation. The pendulum has swung back for you, Mark. Congrats on that. All right, then Sergio, portrait. Wash, Lewis, and a green Dragovic. $39 out of 75 for Felipe. And Checo, Sato, Beckman, Pedikov, Sainz, and Lewis. With Kimi. And a purple Carlos Sainz. 2 purples out of 10. Out of these 6. Eight out of 10 for Carlos. Congrats on that, Steven. All right, Nikita. Another Lewis, Teo, portrait. Toto, Lawson, Ricardo. Stroll, oops, portrait. I don't know why the camera seems to be so far that way. Egginton, Deletta. Sergio, Kimi again. And a green portrait for Mick Schumacher. Wait until the end to pull one of them out. $45 out of 75 for Mick. And congrats there, Emery. Then Toto, Mazepin freshest, Lewis, and Zhou Wanyu on the chartreuse. Be the last numbered card of ours. 187 out of 199 for Zoe. Congrats on that, Curtis. Mick and Happy Lewis. will be the end of our 6 boxes. Alright, well, definitely more exciting than regular Chrome. That is for sure. Alright, recap. I believe the chartreuses were out at $1.99. In those, we just got the Zoe, David Beckman, Resta, Russell, Danny Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Carlos Sainz. Out of 100, these antique looking things. Danny Ricciardo, Deletta, and Esteban Ocon. Aquas out of 99, Lando Norris and Ralph Boschung. Greens out of 75, Mick, Dragovic, Yuki, Gunther, Sergio, Liam Lawson, and Danny Ricciardo. There was a gold for Vettel out of 50. And in our showcase, I guess we'll do the oranges since they're on the wing. Out of 25 for Mattia and Lando Norris. Then Leclerc is out of 15, the black and white. Lewis Shuey out of 99 in the back. Lewis photo variation up front. And a couple of purples out of 10. Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes. So, alright, well, thanks again for all the bids. Sorry for the late start. It's been kind of a crazy day work-wise. I'll try to have them out tomorrow, but it's probably going to be more likely Friday. But shouldn't be no later than Friday on these. And I'll have another 6 boxes for Monday night. Right? What is today? Wednesday? Ooh. Tuesday night. Next Tuesday, I'll have another 6 boxes. So I should have them on eBay tomorrow night, if you're interested. But outside of that, again, I do appreciate all the bids. Have a good rest of your evening. And we'll see you later. Take care.